And I am so excited to be asked by my fellow sorors to talk to you about health and fitness. This is a topic that I think could go so many different ways. So I definitely am very honored to have the opportunity to be able to do this. I'm going to answer all the questions that you submitted, and by all means, it's going to be a lot of information in a little bit of time. Don't get overwhelmed by the information I'm going to give you. Take your time, kind of listen to what I have to say, and by all means, if you ever have any questions, I will be here for you. So, without any further ado, I'm going to jump right into your questions. Okay, so welcome to Fishbowl Fitness. That's what I like to call it, Fishbowl Fitness. So I am here, of course, at home, and this is where I do a lot of my research, and this is just where I kind of like to chill and relax. And that's going to play a little part into some of the questions that we have today. So I have all of the questions that was sent in. So I'm going to call this Fishbowl Fitness because I'm going to one by one answer these questions. And I'm going to try to be thorough, but a lot of times I may need a little bit more time, but I'm going to try to give you as much information as I can. And I'm going to answer as we go. And I like to be comfortable when I do stuff. So this pill is going to probably go all over the place. All right. First question. I hate to cook. What are meal prep tips to minimize kitchen times? Okay, so question number one. This person hates to cook. Do you love to eat? So you may hate to cook, but if you love to eat, you're going to have to figure out a way to do this. When you don't plan what you're going to do and you're rushing it, that's where you end up making mistakes. So the fact that you're considering meal prep, I think, is a really good thing. What you need to look at is what you struggle with. Are you trying to lose weight? Are you trying to gain muscle? What is it that you're trying to do? So to minimize kitchen time when you're doing meal prep, you have to plan. But your plan should be strategic. So it shouldn't just be, okay, this is what I want to eat. Plan your meals around your day, okay? For instance, if you're one of those people who work like a long shift, you know your day is going to start and end at home. So your meal prep should be focused on what's going to happen when you're not at home. So you're not tempted to just grab stuff. So focus on what you like to do, but make it realistic. You know, start out with a plan. Start out with a food journal or something like that where you kind of write out what you like to eat. Make sure with your meal prep you focus on your carbs, your protein, and your healthy fats. Usually what I tell people to do is start with your protein. Protein is usually the hardest thing when it comes to meal prep to kind of figure out what to do. So maybe get like a bag of chicken breast. You can get a big bag of chicken breast or the chicken tenders, and you can make a lot of those up. And then you can just add stuff to it. So you can do that chicken and you can do some salad with it. You can take extra chicken and shred up and make it like a chicken salad. You can do turkey. There's a lot of stuff you can do. The hardest thing, in my opinion, when it comes to meal prep is the protein. And that's what people usually struggle with the most. They do not get enough protein in their diet. So I would start with trying to do that with that. Also, at Anytime Fitness, we do meal prep. So we actually do everything for you. We do the meal prep, we do the macro planning, we do all of that. All you got to do is just pick it up. And we have frozen fresh meals as well. So our frozen fresh meals are a version of our fresh meals that we take and we freeze it. And everything is designed that if you don't eat it within 3 to 5 days, you can put it in the freezer and be able to eat it. Or the containers that we use, you can take it right out of the freezer and stick it right into the oven. So your options are, you have to plan, know exactly what you want to do, know exactly what you want to eat. Start with your protein, and then everything else is just easy. You just kind of throw things in there. The protein is usually the hardest thing that people do and that people generally don't want to do. Or you can just buy your meals from me. There you go. All right, that's that question. Next question. I've lost weight but still have a muffin top I can't seem to get rid of. What do you recommend? Okay, so this particular question I actually get a lot. So you got a couple things here. If you have a muffin top, it probably came from you lost a lot of weight quickly, or you just kind of lost weight and you didn't focus on building muscle as you were losing it. So that right there is part of it. I always tell people, you didn't gain it overnight, don't try to lose it overnight. When you do, you're gonna probably have loose skin. If your goal is to lose 20 pounds or more, if you do not build muscle, you are going to have loose skin. I don't care what anybody says. So unless you want to spend money to have surgery, to have it skin tucked or whatever, you're gonna have loose skin. So if you already have a muffin top, honestly, there's really nothing that you can do depending on how much you have. When you're losing weight, you need to lose it slowly. So as you're losing it slowly, your skin has something to grab hold to, your muscle. If it doesn't have anything to hold to, then that's where that loose skin is gonna come. I see a lot of members with like jiggly arms, and they say, I want to get my triceps. I'm like, if you lost a lot of weight and you didn't work on that tricep before you lost that weight, you're gonna have loose skin. Anybody who tells you anything different than that, they're lying. They're just trying to get your money or whatever else. You're gonna have it. So the only thing to do is have surgery. Seriously, there's really nothing else you can do if you have a muffin top. And I'm not saying that that's a good or a bad thing. It's just a real thing. Now, what you can continue to do is focus on, as you continue to lose more weight, you got to do the weights. You have to build the muscle. You have to. So if you do not want to have more loose skins or muffin tops, you have to build muscle. So I'm sorry, that may not be what you kind of wanted to hear, but it is the truth. It is the truth. Okay. And also, I kind of need to see you. If you let me know, you swing by the gym, I can kind of look at you and maybe give you a little bit more specific with that question. All right, next question. Is the BMI really calculated for black women? Okay, so the BMI it's not calculated for any race specifically. It's just a general number. It's based upon formulas, and it's just general. It's your body mass index. Now, as a black woman, of course, I understand where this question is coming from. Black women, we tend to have big hips, big thighs. We got big, we are very voluptuous women. And so you kind of wonder when you see these body mass index and these numbers, is it really applicable? What I tell people is this: it's a standard. The BMI, like anything, it is a standard. So use that standard to guide you to the next level with regards to your fitness, okay? So I don't like to get caught up on numbers because they're numbers. They can come and go, and there's so many factors that go into these numbers. What I would suggest is focus on this. You want to be 24 below in your BMI, period. So regardless of whether you're black, white, male, female, whatever, you want to get that number below 24, period. So don't look at it from a standpoint of, race or gender. Just look at it as a scientific standardized number that can coach you or guide you towards a healthier lifestyle. Okay? Yes, that's a cute question. I like that. All right, next one. If you only have 30 minutes a day, what's the most effective workout for weight loss? Strength building. Weights. 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 Period. I cannot say that enough. I always tell people all the time when they come to the gym, if you come to the gym and you only have 30 minutes, do not waste your time on cardio. Do not waste your time on cardio. That is a total waste of your time. It really, really is. For the simple fact of, it is hot. For the simple fact of, it requires more effort to build muscle than it does to walk on a piece of cardio equipment. So, say you are on a piece of cardio equipment. Now, that's going to help you burn fat. It's going to help you lose a little bit of weight. But your body's going to eventually get used to that. That's just like somebody that comes to me and they say, when I worked a certain job, I lost a lot of weight, and I used to walk a lot. Your body's used to that. So if you keep walking all the time, why would you get on a treadmill if your job requires you to be walking all day long? If you are trying to lose weight, you have got to build muscle. You get more bang for your buck than muscle. Think about this. If you come into the gym and you have a strategy and a plan of what to do, and you do weights, and you keep your rest no more than 30 to 60 seconds between your sets, that's going to put you in a cardio zone. So when you're already in that cardio zone and you're building muscle, that's like a 2-for-1. So on a piece of cardio equipment, you're not building any muscle. Muscle mass, you will weigh more, but it will be more. Muscle weighs more, you know. So when you get on the scale, your scale may show that you weighed more, but you will be leaner. You will have more definition. You will have more shape. Your clothes will feel a little bit better. You will lose inches, you know. So I'm going to say this, but I'm also going to follow it up with, it is not easy to build muscle. You have to be consistent. It's not going to happen overnight. I think that's why a lot of people do a lot of cardio, is because they don't want to put in the work that it takes to build muscle. It takes time. I'll use me as an example. Upper body for me is genetic. I don't have to do as much upper body. So I just maintain. I really have to go hard for my lower body. That's a problem area for me. So I'm not going to waste time on a piece of cardio equipment when I got flabby legs. I'm going to hit the leg press. I'm going to hit the leg extension. I'm going to do jump squats. I'm going to do lunges. I'm going to do whatever I need to do to get my legs in shape. Going back to the question that was about, is the BMI for black women? As black women, in my personal opinion, speaking from a black, of course I'm a black woman, things that we have to do when we work out is completely different. It is. Our body and our makeup is just so different. So when it comes to weight loss and comes to toning, in my opinion, as a black woman, I really got to focus on my legs. I hear a lot of black women say, well, I want to lose my legs, but I want to keep my butt. You can keep your butt. Just do squats. Do other exercises. Your butt is a muscle. But going back to the original question, if you got 30 minutes, you need to hit the weights. And you don't have to go hard or heavy. You just be strategic. When you're doing weightlifting, you want to isolate your muscles. Example, your tricep. You have 3 muscles in your tricep. So you need to hit all 3 heads of that tricep if you're trying to get definition. A lot of times people just come and do like an overhead extension, or they do like kickbacks. That's only one of the 3 muscles that are in your tricep. So go to the gym, hit the weights. Have a plan before you go in there. If you don't know what to do, then you need to get with a trainer or somebody, but you don't just go in there all willy-nilly, and stay off the cardio. When you finish, then you can do cardio. I know I kind of ramble a little bit, but that one got me passionate. That's a passionate one. Okay. I got 3 more questions. I'm going to try to run through these. All right. I am not trying to drop pounds. I just want to be healthy. What are 3 tips you can give me with that one? Okay. I actually like that question. Healthy is a relative term. It is not my place as a trainer to define what healthy is for you. Healthy could be walking up a flight of stairs and not being out of breath. A lot of times people associate healthy with weight loss. And so I appreciate the fact that the question was, you're not trying to drop pounds, you just want to be healthy. So step 1 is defining what healthy is. So 3 tips would be: define what healthy is. Is it losing weight? Is it gaining muscle? What is healthy? When you define what healthy specifically is for you, then you can kind of look at what the next step is. I would definitely focus on, to maintain healthy, you got to look at what you're eating. So you need to look at your food. You need to have an exercise regimen, and you need to be consistent. If being consistent is hard for you, then get a workout partner or a buddy or somebody. But these are 3 things that I should really think you want to focus on if you want to maintain and to remain healthy. Those are the 3 tips I would encourage you to do. All right. Next question is, what measurements should we focus on? BMI, weight loss, visceral fat, body fat, and does one drive the other? The most important number for me, really, really important is that visceral fat. You want to focus on the fat that is underneath your skin. That one is extremely important. So you have two types of fat. You have fat right here on the surface of your skin, and then you have the visceral fat. That visceral fat is the fat around your heart, your kidneys, and your liver. When you have fat that is blocking your major organs from getting blood and everything flowing to it, that can lead to high blood pressure, cholesterol, and diabetes. So, of those numbers, knowing what your visceral fat number is important. What controls your visceral fat is, of course, your diet, but also stress, sleep, and exercise. So you have a lot of factors that go along with that. So you want to know what your visceral fat number is. If you do not know, that is something that we can help you with. But definitely visceral fat. Does one drive the other? They all go together. I don't think one influences or not influences the other. They do all go together. You just kind of want to know what they are, measure it every couple of weeks, and then see how it improves from there. Next question. Two more and then we're done. How much weight should I aim to lose per week? This is another thing. It depends on where you are. In my opinion, healthy for a female is anywhere between 2 to 4 pounds a week. For a man, anywhere between 4 to 6 pounds a week is a healthy. Once again, you didn't gain it overnight. Don't try to lose it overnight. That's when you're going to have the loose skin and all other these complications. Figure out what's going to work for you. Develop a new healthy lifestyle. Take it slow. Take it slow. But you really want to kind of look at everything associated with weight loss, so build muscle as you're dropping weight, but 2 to 4 pounds for a female, 4 to 6 for a guy. The most we've ever had a female lose at Anytime Fitness in a week was 8 pounds for a female. A guy was 13. In a month, the most we had a female lose in a week in a month was like 25. I think the guy was like 35. They worked their butts off. They did. And I'm not going to say it was easy, but I tell him, like I told you, start slow. Build muscle as you're dropping it. And my last question is, if I have bad knees or ankles, arthritis, what else can I do for cardio? If you have an injury, couple things. Respect your injury. So you definitely want to respect your injury. The other thing I would suggest for cardio, do functional movement. So, functional movements are things that you do on an everyday basis. Just make it into a cardio aspect of it. So, if you have bad knees or bad ankles, you should not be running. You should not be jumping. You should not be doing any of that. So, you want to get on a non-weight bearing piece of cardio like a rowing machine. An elliptical is a non-weight bearing. A bike, you should not be doing a treadmill at all. Also, you can do things like standing up and sitting down. That's a functional movement. You stand up and sit down every day. Do things that you would normally do on an everyday basis and make it into a cardio aspect of it. So definitely non-weight bearing. In the interim, as you're dropping weight, if you have bad knees and bad ankles because of weight, then you want to focus on that. Strengthen all those muscles around your knees and around your ankles, so as you continue to lose weight, they're very, very strong. There are a lot of things you can do that are seated. A lot of times people kind of don't want to do anything when they have bad knees or bad ankles because it hurts, and I understand that, which is why I said respect your injury. But you also want to stay active the best way that you can. I would definitely get with a trainer to do a functional movement screen to kind of see what your strengths and weaknesses are, and then have them help you design a program that will not make your injuries worse, but kind of help you get to a healthier place based upon where you currently are. So there you go. I got through all of my 8 questions. I know I rushed through them, but that was my fishbowl fitness. So I will definitely love to do this again. If you have questions, send them to me. And that way I can kind of go through the fishbowl fitness thing again. I am Angela Christopher from Anytime Fitness, Total Body Fitness, Affordable Fresh Clean Cuisine, and Destiny Greenwood. I know, I wear many, many hats, but that is what I do. For more information on things that I do, as well as to take advantage of my Total Body Fitness app, where I do ongoing coaching, workouts, and more, All you got to do is take a look at the information that I have posted in this video, and there you go. I'll see you at the club.